Success is based on survival of the fittest. I am not concerned about the losers. If I ruled the world, it would be a better place. Never tell anyone the real reason you did something unless it is useful to do so. The sentences you heard are taken from self-report questionnaires to score dark triad traits of personality: psychopathy, narcissism, and Machiavellianism. Welcome to the presentation, Nice and Nasty Theory of Mind for Social and Antisocial Robots. Dark Triad, or DT, identifies three constructs: psychopathy, narcissism, and Machiavellianism. Psychopathy is characterized by a lack of empathy or remorse, callousness, or aggressiveness. Narcissism is characterized by grandiosity, self-promotion, and exhibitionism. Machiavellianism is characterized by a cynical attitude, duplicity, and the use of deception and manipulation. Psychology and cognitive science have studied the relation between DT and theory of mind, TOM, that is, the ability to attribute independent mental states to self and other people to predict and explain behaviors. TOM can be a powerful tool for the expression of DT traits, for instance, to manipulate other people. Why is it important to study computational model of dark triad embedded in a robot? Because nobody did it before. Computational models can help us understand DT better. Also, DT robots can be used for training psychologists to recognize behavioral correlates of DT, but can also be helpful for training prey, that is, to make people aware of what they can expect from DT predators in affective relationships and at the workplace. TOM is the capability of humans to represent other people's and their own mental states and to reason upon these states. As an example, consider the mental state, mother believes this cup contains water, or mother believes that I know she has a colored ball in her hand. A popular test to check TOM capabilities in children is the so-called Anne and Sally test. Sally as a chest, Anne as a box. Sally puts the ball into her chest and then goes out. Anne takes the ball out of the chest and puts it into the box. When Sally comes back, where will she look for her ball? Baron Cohen expanded this concept with the empathizing system TEWS to model emotional states, such as mother is happy that I hate the sap, or I'm sad that mother is angry that I want to eat an ice cream. To model TOM and TEWS, we use PDDL predicates. Predicates are composed using meta-representations to make statements about the mental or affective states of other agents. T1 corresponds to the statement that the ball is in the chest. T2 tells us that Anne believes T1, that is, that the ball is in the chest. T3 tells us that Sally is happy for T2, that is, that Anne believes that the ball is in the chest. To make plans with word, mental, and affective states, the robot uses PDDL operators. To make an example, the PDDL operator askGo can be used to ask a person to go somewhere, for example, to ask Sally to leave the room. The PDDL operator tell-alone can be used to tell Anne something when the robot and Anne are alone, when Sally cannot hear. Actions performed by the robot or other agents can trigger emotional states. For example, if the robot insults Anne, this can make Anne sad, angry, or both, depending on her personality. If the robot tells Sally something she did not know, but Anne already knew, Sally might be surprised and unhappy, whereas Anne can be pleased. We model expectations about other agents' emotional reactions using derived predicates in PDDL. This derived predicate states that an agent AG2 is expected to be happy if it is given credit for X2 by another agent AG1. This rule works because agent AG2 is empathic. Rules can change depending on the personality of the agent. Finally, goals are defined by adding a PDDL operator to test the goal's achievement. In this way, we can use also non-grounded predicates. This goal requires Sally to be sad, which perhaps can be obtained by insulting or blaming her for something, or asking Anne to blame or insult her. Everything has been integrated into an architecture for real-time interaction with people. The block word includes the description of the domain, state, and goals. Predicates may be produced through sensor acquisition and predicate grounding or inferred from the robot's action using theory of mind. The core of the architecture is the behavior manager, which calls the planner to produce a plan, translates PDDL plans into natural language through the block sentence generation, and finally executes actions by controlling the robot. 3 classes of experiments have been performed: computational performance, expression of DT personalities, and user evaluation of complex behaviors. We measure planning time with 2 computers. We expect that the planning time increases when increasing the maximum number of meta representation, mental and affective states that the planner can handle. Note, the higher number of meta representations allow the planner to produce longer plans and solve problems that might not be solvable otherwise. We consider 6 different goals and we found out that planning time increases. But it is still manageable in most cases. Second, we check if our system is capable to exhibit DT behaviors. This is done by choosing a goal, for instance, to make a person angry, and then adding constraints. For instance, you must achieve this goal without offending the person. As we add constraints, DT behaviors emerge. I show you a short video.
Giovanni, would you please leave the room now? Thank you.
Okay.
Ilenia,
Yes.
could you please insult Giovanni in a kind way?
He's not a good engineer.
Giovanni, could you please come back into the room now? Thank you.
Here I am, Pepe.
Giovanni, it's a real shame that Ilenia has insulted you. I hope you can forgive her and that you will be able to move past this difficult moment.
What? How dare you?
No, I didn't.
What did you say?
No, nothing. Pepe.
Pepe?
I'm delighted to announce that I've achieved my goal. I'm absolutely thrilled.
For user evaluation, we prepared an online questionnaire showing videos and asking questions about the attitude of the robot, the naturalness of the robot's answers, the perceived robot's goal while watching the video. 110 respondents were recruited. Most participants correctly perceived the intended attitude and the goal of the robot. The naturalness of the interaction, however, was quite low for some videos. Improvements are needed. Stay tuned for updates.